Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Montreal Canadiens franchise series here on the channel. We're right before season number 2 or year number 2 of the franchise mode. In the last episode, we lost in the second round to the Pittsburgh Penguins, unfortunately, and now we're ready to bounce back here. I showed you guys the lines in the last episode, but I'll go ahead and show them to you again. Jonathan Drouin's up to an 86. I believe Gallagher was always an 86. Suzuki's going to be playing with Kotkaniemi and Toffoli. Unfortunately, Suzuki didn't grow very much. He's still an 82. Kotkaniemi went up to an 83, but he's still listed as a third-line scoring forward. We did pick up Ryan Strome in the offseason. We have Dano, Yankrok, and Anderson on the third line. And then we're going to be introducing Cole Caulfield to our forward group on the fourth line to start. Hopefully he can take Tyler Toffoli's spot by the end of this year. Maybe we'll see. On the defense, we did sign Alex Martinez to replace Alex Edler. He's getting a +1 with Shea Weber. Shea Weber is at an 89, which is nice to see. I believe he was an 87 last season. Petrie and Vince Dunn. Romanov is going to be playing with Noah Juleson now. We're going to be letting the kids play a little bit. Hopefully they prove me right. I'll show you guys the extras here. And then quickly the AHL, so we can have a look. No one really in the AHL other than Jesse Ylonen, but he is only a top 6 as well. And then on defense, we don't really have anybody other than Josh Brook. So that's and then in net, I think we have Primo with Carey Price. Actually, we did trade Jake Allen, I remember now, in the last episode. So that's pretty much it, guys. One more thing I want to also have a look at is the trade value, see which players are worth a lot. So we did pick up Carson Lambos. I think he shoots left. Yeah, so he's potentially a top pairing demon of the future for us. He's definitely has a lot of trade value, but he's only 18 at 62, so hopefully he can grow a lot in the offseason. We also have Caden Gooley here, Jan Mishak, but we definitely need some help in the prospect pool here, so it may be a transition year. We'll have to see how it goes for us. Let's just simulate quickly these preseason games, I should say. We have about 7 or 8 preseason games to go through, so right before the game against Toronto. So we'll simulate all the way up to October 1st here. So Ryan Poehling and a 6th for a 3rd and a 4th. I'm going to have to decline that. We were having some issues with Poehling earlier, but now he's good. And they want to give us a 2nd and a 5th. No thanks. But yeah, now, like I said, he's good. He wants to play with us, but we just had a little bit of a contract dispute earlier in the offseason. So that's pretty much it. Not the greatest preseason, I should say, 3-4, but we still were able to win a few games. So now let's just go ahead and go get right into the first game of the season. I'm just gonna have a quick look at our power play and the PK, make sure everything is good before I start here. Don't want to lose any games due to the power play or anything like that. So want to make sure we have our best lines possible. So specialty teams here, we have Gallagher, Kotkaniemi, Strome, Drouin, Weber. I like that, and then Caulfield. I actually like those lines a lot. So let's just get into simulating here. First game in Toronto, like it usually is, at the Scotiabank Arena, October 5, 2021. Let's get into simulation here. First period, 2-0 for us. Josh Anderson and Cole Caulfield scores on the power play. Jack Campbell's in net for them, 14-13 the shots for us. We have a 2-0 lead. Nice to see Cole Caulfield and Josh Anderson, our 3rd and 4th line right wingers, score for us. Hopefully you can score some more goals here. 2 more for us. Ryan Strome and Toffoli. Tavares scores for them. We are taking over the game, 26-19 the shots. Hopefully we can hold on here in the 3rd. We do exactly that, 36-30 the shots for Montreal. And let's just have a quick look at the 3 stars here. Carey Price with a just 1 goal allowed, 29 save performance. Tyler Toffoli with 2 points, and Josh Anderson with a goal and 2 hits there. So really, really nice performance here by the Montreal Canadiens. Let's simulate up to the next game here. Why not? Against the New Jersey Devils. See how we do. We're 2-1 so far. They're 2-1 so far. So not a bad record for them. But we've only played one game. So this is going to be our first game at the Bell Center. Let's see how we can do here, boys. Let's do another in-game simulation. Why not? We performed really well in the last game. So first period here, 0-0, 10-7 the shots. Low-scoring game, it seems like. Second period, 0-0 again, 21-15 the shots. We are out shooting them, but we need to be outscoring them. So come on, boys. Third period, 1-0. Nick Merkley scores on Primo. So Primo was in net this time. I mean, it's not his fault at all. He only allowed 1 goal. It was Corey Crawford who stole the show here. And, Caden Primo also had a good performance there. But so, coming off their first defeat of the season, we didn't score any goals here. So, let me just get into the calendar. Simulate a week at a time. See how our team does. So, let's do up to 2 games at a time. Next game will be against the Ducks, and the other one will be against the Penguins. So hopefully we can bounce back and beat the Ducks 3-1, perfect. And we lose 4-1 against the Penguins. So not ideal, but we still picked up a win, and we lost one. So we've been playing for 500 so far. Hopefully we can go on a winning streak here. Let me just have a quick look at the draft class. See if we have anybody uncovered. So Dustin Vernarski, Hobson, Kessler, Brad Lambert, obviously we know about him, Shane Wright, Matthew Savoie, and then these other guys that I don't really know too much about, but pretty good draft class. So I'm going to actually send my scouts after we're done with this week here, and we actually go 3-1 this week, so we're 5-3 so far. I'm just going to stop it there really quickly and see who's winning or who's actually leading our team in scoring. And it's actually Nick Suzuki on the left. I think he's on the left wing on the second line there. Nick Suzuki, Tyler Toffoli, Shea Weber, Josh Anderson's doing good. Jonathan Durang, Gallagher, Strome, Kotkaniemi. Cole Caulfield has 3 goals top of on our team here. I want to quickly have a look at our goalies, and then I'm going to send my scouts. So in net, we have Carey Price 4-2, 2.33 and 920 save percentage. Caden Primo has only played 2 games, but he has a really, really good goals against average. So nice to see Nick Suzuki leading our team in points. Hopefully he can have his overall increase fairly soon here. Same with Jesperi Kotkaniemi. But let me just send my scouts really quickly, guys. Assign some of my scouts to some players, and I'll bring you guys back. So give me a second here. All right, guys. I ended up sending my scouts. I was actually missing 1 scout, so I ended up trying to sign Marian Hossa to a contract. So we'll see if he accepts. He should be responding in the next couple of days, and then I'm going to send him to the OHL. He was an AHL scout, but didn't have too bad of a rating for OHLs. All right, guys. So I'm just going to send Hossa to his assignment here because we need him scouting the OHL as much as possible. We don't have an OHL scout right now, so might as well send him. We have Zdeno Chara and Hossa, which is pretty nice. So where's Hossa? Yeah, Marian Hossa here. So I'm gonna actually change his region. He has a B for OHL, so although he is listed as a AHL scout, he's better as an OHL scout, so he has better overall. Yeah, so you guys can see here. I'm gonna do scout specific players. I'm sure in the OHL they have a lot of prospects that we need to scout. So potential and comparison for Shane Wright, McCollum. This guy will go up to 122. So there he goes scouting for at least 3 months, so he can come back with something. So that's perfect. And then I don't know if you guys noticed, but we lost our last game against the Islanders 5-2. So we need a big bounce back week here. We only had one game in the previous week, so we have a couple games against the Chicago Blackhawks, home and away, in Montreal and then in Chicago. Pretty weird, but hopefully we can get 2 wins here. And we do exactly that. We go 7-4. Very nice to see here. Next game against the Vegas Golden Knights. We have 3 games against Vegas. Actually, 4 games, sorry. Vegas, New York, Tampa, and Pittsburgh. Hopefully we can continue on this winning streak here. Vegas is a good team, though, 10-3-2. Hopefully we can beat them. We lose 6-2. The Rangers are a good team as well. 2 losses in a row. We lose 3 out of the 4 games, and we're back to 8-7. So let me see what's going on. Let me see who is scoring on our team. Nick Suzuki is still leading our team in goal and points, I should say. He seems to be flourishing with Tyler Toffoli there. Toffoli has 6 goals. Caulfield has 5 goals. Gallagher, Strome, and Kotkaniemi. So I don't know what's going on with those guys. I don't know if Kotkaniemi needs to be bumped up. I would like for the first line to do a little bit better. They do still have 11 points though, so it's not awful, but I would like them to get scoring a little bit more. So I'm going to monitor that. I'm just going to do some slow simulations now, see if we can get a win at the Prudential Center here against the New Jersey Devils. We're going to go period by period, and hopefully we can have a big game here. So first period, 1-0 down. Nick Merkley scores. We have Caden Primo again playing against the Devils. Hopefully we can give him a little bit more goal support. I don't know if you guys remembered, but the second game of the season, we lost 1-0, and Nick Merkley scored for them. So we do score 2 goals here, Suzuki and Gallagher, but Zacha and Gusev score for them. Do we have a comeback in us here? We get 2 goals, but they get 2 as well. Caulfield and Paling are fourth line scorers. But we lose 5-4 in regulation. We're back to 500, which is not ideal, guys. We need our first line to score here. Suzuki's still playing well. We have another game against the Flyers, who are not great, but we are 8-8, so we're not setting the world on fire either here. We need a big game out of our first 2 lines here, top 6 and Weber. They need to step up here first period. 1-0 down. Jake Voracek scores a power play goal for them. Second period. Come on, boys. I said I needed a big period. And Caulfield and Ryan Paling score for us 2 games in a row that Cole Caulfield has scored. Very, very nice to see. Big game by Carey Price. Price against Hart. 2 of the top goalies in the league here. Toffoli Suzuki didn't have a point in this game, unfortunately, but we got the W. That's all that matters. We have another game against a pretty crappy team in Tampa Bay, but we barely beat the Flyers there. So we need to have a big game here in Tampa. What I said in the last game should repeat itself here. We need a big game out of our top 6 first period. 1-0 down. Patty Maroon scores for them. Come on, boys. Second period. We score 2. Romanov and Martinez. But our top 6 is still nowhere to be found. Come on, boys. Tyler Toffoli scores, a member of our top 6. We get a point here at least. Can someone get a W here? Nothing. What about in the shootout? They score. They scored 3 unanswered goals on Price. We still pick up a point, but we lost, unfortunately. 18 points in 18 games for Nick Suzuki. We have a game against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are a really, really good team. Let's see where we're sitting in our division. Still not too far behind Boston and the Red Wings, but we need to start winning and going on a winning streak here, guys. What's going on here? Let me just do an in-game simulation, like I said. Against Toronto, I've been enjoying the in-game simulation, so why not do that again? First period, 1-0 down. We keep going 1-0 down. Come on, boys. We need better first periods here. Second period, 2-2. Romanov and Jonathan Duran. I think that's the second game that Romanov has scored. Jonathan Duran, nice to see someone on our first line score. Dennis Mulligan scores another goal, though. Can we get a game winner here in the third? nothing. We pick up a point though, but we need to win here in overtime. And Shea Weber steps up in overtime and beats Curtis McElhaney. Let's see the 3 stars really quickly here, guys. Dennis Mulligan had 2 goals. Carey Price, 33 save performance, and Ryan Strome with 2 assists. 10, 8, and 1. I think we've been doing much better since I've been doing the slow simulation. So let me just keep it going here and see how we can do against the Columbus Blue Jackets. So they're 8, 13, and 0. So we should be able to beat them. We are playing in Columbus, so it's going to be a tough task nevertheless. So can we have a better first here? We score 1, but they score twice. Jay Bouwmeester and Alex Texier score for them. Tyler Toffoli scores for us. Second period, we score 1 again, but Texier scores again. Can we come back here in the third? We score a goal, but they score 2, and we're going to lose against Columbus here. Not exactly what I wanted to see. We have another game against the Colorado Avalanche, so I think we're 10, 9, and 1. Tyler Toffoli actually is leading our team now in points, but we just need to go on a winning streak, like I said. So let me simulate up to this Detroit Red Wings game. We have a second game in 2 nights here against the Avalanche. We beat them 3-1, which is perfect. Next game will be against the New York Islanders. Can we get a win here? 3-1 loss. And last game against the Arizona Coyotes, we win 4-3. So we actually went 2-1 since I did the fast simulation. So let's just keep it going here. Next game will be against Detroit, and it's December 1st. All the RFAs are going to become available, or I'm not going to be able to play if they haven't signed the contracts. But we have all our RFAs signed. So we win 1 against Detroit, but we lose against the Leafs. Are we going to lose against Buffalo? We do. We went 1, 2, and 1 in that 4-game stretch. 13, 12, and 2. Not exactly what I wanted to see. But let me just have a quick look at who is performing for us. 24 points in 27 games for Tyler Toffoli. None of our players are no longer a point per game. Suzuki has 22 points. Strome has 19. Kotkaniemi only has 17 here. We need more out of him for sure. Cole Caulfield is doing pretty good though on the 4th line. 8 goals, 5 assists. So I might bring him up instead of Anderson or something. Or Jarnkrok, maybe even. Only has 7 points. So let me do a line of Caulfield, Anderson, and Philippe Danault. I know Danault can pass the puck fairly well. I think he's listed as a playmaker or maybe a 2-way forward. So let's see. 2-way forward. I think power forward and sniper combination. I think that would be a good combination here. The 4th line is giving them a -1. I don't really care right now, though, to be honest. If I was to do this, it would give them a 0. So let's just keep them like this. Worst comes to worst, we can always trade Kalle Jarnkrok at the deadline or something like that. So I want to see how Cole Caulfield is going to do on the left wing, playing with Danault and Josh Anderson. Hopefully gives him some wings, and we can start scoring some more goals here. So I didn't really like the way we played in that fast simulation. So let's get back to the slow simulation here. Against the Philadelphia Flyers, it's going to be the next game here. First period, 0-0, 9-8 the shots for them. Second period, 2-1 for us. Cole Caulfield scores for us, perfect. Joe Duran scores for us as well. Shane Gosser-Spear scores for them. And we win 4-2, which is perfect. I wanted to see something out of Cole Caulfield, playing on the 3rd line now, getting bumped up, and he delivered. He scored a goal. Exactly what we wanted to see. We're going to give him more responsibility as the season moves along and as he continues to perform. So he proved us right, moving him up to the 3rd line. Hopefully he can keep it going here. First period, 2-2. Kotkaniemi and Gallagher score for us. Connor and Marlowe score for them. 13-10 the shots. Goal by Jonathan Drouin. We're leading 3-2. Can we hold on here in the 3rd? 6-4, perfect. A lot of goals for our team. Carey Price did allow 4, but that's all right. We just needed to get the W here, and it's always a bonus when we get some goals on the board. So I believe we're in a playoff position now from what I just saw. Yeah, 32 points in 29 games. We're sitting 4th in a wild card position. So hopefully we can keep our winning streak going here. Let me just do an in-game simulation once again. So my game is a little slow today, but first period here, 1-1. Gallagher scored for us. Duchesne scored for them. 12-8 the shot. Second period, Atkinson scored for them. And we're going to get beat 3-1. Matt Benning scores for them. Only 1 goal for the Montreal Canadiens. We have a big game against the Boston Bruins, a team we're chasing. This is pretty much a 4-point game here in Montreal. We have 2 games actually against the Bruins in the next out of the 3 games that are coming up. So big 3-game stretch here. We're going to do all these in-game simulations. Hopefully we can get some W's here. First period, 1-0. Vince Dunn scores on the PP. Second period, Nick Ritchie scores for them. Primo's actually in the net. Can we win it here for Primo? And we don't. Stradnicka scored for them. And not what I wanted to see at all. Big loss against the Boston Bruins. I said it was a 4-point game, and we didn't deliver. So hopefully we can bounce back here against the Detroit Red Wings. They don't have the best of teams, so hopefully we can get a big W here. It's going to be in Detroit, but I think we can pick up a W here. First period, 11-6 the shots. Second period, 2-1 for us. Nick Suzuki scored twice, and Hiroshi scored for them. Can we hold on here in the third? We do exactly that. Nick Suzuki scored a hat trick, actually. He better be the first star now. Suzuki and Toffoli even caught a second line, stepped up huge there, and they all got the 3 stars there. So that's exactly what I want to see. I want our second line to perform, even our first line as well. I want all of our players to get a lot of points and hopefully get their overalls up to where they deserve it to be. So next game will be against the Boston Bruins. Once again, a 4-point game here. First period, 4-0 for Boston. 17-12 the shots. We're just getting completely dominated. 6-2. Jolson and Durant scored for us, but we're just getting destroyed here. 7-2. Just Boston was the better team in this game here. Nothing to say. We're just going to keep it moving. We're not going to do slow simulations again. We started well with the slow simulations, but we just got destroyed after that. So let's go 1 week at a time here. We have 2 games remaining in this week. 1 against Florida, 1 against Colorado. And we get picked up 2 wins, which is perfect. Let's just keep it going here. I think we should have 4 games this week here. We lose 9-2 against Ottawa, but we bounce back 5-4 against the Penguins. We got shut out against the Panthers, but we beat the Red Wings. So we are winning a little bit more than we're losing, but I would like for us to go on a winning streak here. Go on like a 5-game winning streak, and we lose right back against the Devils, who have been a little bit of our nemesis so far. 3 losses in a row. We're back to 500 actually. 20-2. That's terrible, guys. I quickly want to have a look at Cole Caulfield's performance, see if he's actually done much better than what he was doing earlier in the season when he was playing on the 4th line. I think he had 8 goals and 13 points last time we looked. Now he has 12 goals and 9 assists. He's catching up to Kotkaniemi, so you know what? I can't really complain on how Cole Caulfield's done since we moved him up. I think he just needs to keep it going here. What is he listed at? 79 still. What is Kotkaniemi? 83. Is Suzuki higher than 82? No. So none of our players are really growing, which is super annoying. I don't know what else we need to do. Suzuki's scoring hat tricks and is basically a point per game, or at least a 60-point man, and he's only listed as an 82 overall. Let me have a quick look here. So it's progress report, and see if any players are close to breaking their overall slump here. So modification. Caulfield is at 5. Kotkaniemi's at 5. But I don't think these guys are going to grow right now. Kotkaniemi's listed as a second-line forward at least, though, which is nice to see. If we continue to struggle, I might put him on the first line. And then if we also continue to struggle, I may be trading some assets here, thinking about the future. So, yeah, their next game is against Edmonton. They have a great team, and we lose again. So we've lost like 5 games in a row, which is awful. We bounced back against the Senators, but I don't know if the damage has been done here. 21, 22, and 2. Not great here, guys. Let's see the players that we have here. So, Varnarski, Kessler, Hobson, Shane Wright, Brad Lambert, Matthew Savoie. Do we have any gems or busts? I think our scouts are still scouting, so this game is super slow right now. We have a couple of gems actually, which is perfect. I would like for our scouts to pretty much do some scouting and find out more about those gems. But we're 22, 24, and 2, which is not good at all, guys. We might be looking at a season without playoffs on the second season pretty much. So we might need to retool here. I'm going to try my best. Do some in-game simulation, see if we can come back. 2-2. We lose 3-2. I think we just don't have it in us right now. I may just do a little bit of some desperate stuff here. And do some damage here. If not, we're gonna have to be sellers at the trade deadline, guys. Let's see. Let me try and do something like this, guys. Let me play the kids. Suzuki, Toffoli, and Caulfield, Duran, Gallagher. If I do something like this. What is Toffoli? Toffoli's a sniper. Kotkaniemi's a playmaker, right? Duran, is he a sniper? I want to see here. Sniper. So let's try that. Actually, you know what? Let me do this first. I might trade Kyle Yarncroc right now. No, I think I'm just going to keep it like this, actually. Anderson hasn't really delivered as much as I would want him to, I think. Let me just have a quick look at how he's doing. And I'm actually going to look as well as at our power play and everything like that. So Anderson only has 16 points. He's getting outclassed by Cole Caulfield, and Cole Caulfield has only played a handful of games on the third line, so he's mainly played on the fourth line. So let me just have a quick look and see how our power play and PK are doing. We may need to make some changes there. So point percentage, goals for, power play. So where are we sitting here? Wow, so we're not good at all, guys. Are we? Yeah, we're pretty much last in our division on the PP. Now, what about the PK? The PK, we're pretty solid. We just need some help on the power play, I think. Let me see who I can bring up here. What is Strome listed as? Playmaker. I think I would prefer Suzuki, and then Caulfield, Anderson, Dunn, Toffoli. Yeah, I like this one better. Let's see if it works. See if we can make some damage here. Let me just do one game at a time. See if we can have our players play better here in Caulfield, and Kotkaniemi's getting a bigger role here. So first period, 3-0. So that seems to have worked a little bit. I don't know if Pettersson is just a shit goalie or what's going on, but we did score 7 goals. So let me just have a quick look. 7-0 against the LA Kings. Our first line was there. Basically, our whole forward core was there. So we just have to keep it going here, guys. 41 points in 50 games. So let's keep going here. In the second game that we're going to be doing, all right, let's simulate this one here against the Winnipeg Jets. They have a good team, but we're only sitting 5th in our division, so 1-0. Come on, boys. And we got shut out. So our team is just so inconsistent. We score 7 goals, but then we just get shut out. So I really don't know what to do, what to make of this team. I don't really know what to do. I don't know if it's worth even trying to hit a home run or something, trying to make the playoffs, or if it would be better just to, we lose 4-2 again, or if it would be better just to try and get a high pick. We saw there's a lot of good young players that can complement our young core in Suzuki and Kotkaniemi and Caulfield and all those guys that are coming up in the draft here, and Brad Lambert, Shane Wright, Matthew Savoie. All those guys can help us out a lot. So I think if we're just not meant to make the playoffs, it's just not going to happen. I don't want to try and make a desperation move and for us to ruin our team here. It's 4-4 so far. But I'm not also giving up on the season. But I don't know, guys. I think just what happened with some of the overalls for these players, I just don't think we have it in us. Like, I wish I would have made Suzuki a high top 6. I think he deserves to be a high top 6. He's better than just a regular top 6, in my opinion. In my opinion, if it was me, if I would make him an elite, medium elite, but maybe some people would call me biased or something, so I don't want to do that either. So I think the more fair would have been to put him as a high top 6, I think, but I started the franchise after that, so I don't want to go back on what I did already. So let me just have a quick look at our lines here and see if anybody has grown. Nobody has really grown. Caulfield is still in the 80s or 79. Sorry. If we are to tank basically, or to give up on the season, I would for sure trade Strome, Jan Krok. Don't know how many. He has 4 years at $4 million. I don't know if he's a player that I want to keep right now. Well, who else? Josh Anderson, 18 points. Anybody grew in the defense? Romanov didn't really grow, even though he has 9 points. He's listed as a depth D-man, though. What is Caulfield listed as? Depth 4, but he has 13 goals in 54 games, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense here. I think it's just time to give up on the season, guys, to be honest, and just get to the trade deadline and just end it there, I think, and then just start the next episode fresh after the trade deadline. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna simulate to the trade deadline, see if we can get back on our feet. I really, really doubt it, but let's just have a look. So we went 1-1-1, so not great here. I'm going to stop it. Actually, I'm going to stop it at the Dallas game because now there's a new way to do the trade deadline where you can actually be in the game, and it's kind of like a trade center. So 2/3 for Kubalik and Shaw. A couple top 6 players. Shaw obviously gets paid way too much. Kubalik only has 1 year. What is he at? 84? 20 goals, though. But I don't think it's worth it. And then Shaw for a couple thirds. I mean, what is Kubalik like almost going to be turning 27 to be a UFA? Yeah, he is. So it's basically 2 rentals. They should have offered us that earlier. Maybe I would have taken it, or I would have considered it a little bit more, but I'm just not too sure. We have Alex Martinez that we could actually trade as well for some picks. And we are 26, 29, and 9, or in 5, sorry. We're sitting 6th in our division. I think we're 7 points behind the Senators for the wild card position. I just don't think we have it in us, guys. Let me know what you think. I didn't want to seem too negative this season, but I just don't think we have it in us. I don't think we have the depth. I think we have too many young players, and the players that we brought into our lineup just didn't play well enough. Obviously, Caulfield and Romanov, they played good, but their overall, I think it's just not giving us what we need right now to make into the playoffs. So I think I'm going to make some changes, guys. Like I told you, let me know if you agree with the changes, and also let me know who you think I should trade in the next episode, because we're going to be doing the trade deadline. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave your comments and suggestions down below. Subscribe if you've been watching and you haven't subscribed, and I will see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.